in September of 2017, Jay Norton had directed one of our investigators to get all of the parole records that the parole board had for Genene Jones, which ended up being about, it was 4 boxes full, and I would say that it's 12,000 pages of parole board records. And included in that, in 2011, there was a memorandum of a parole meeting that was conducted by Lynn Ruzicka, who is a board member on the Board of Pardons and Paroles. She talked to Genene, and in that memorandum, it said that that Genene admitted to injecting. The exact language is. She's quoting Genene Jones saying, "I was not a sane person. I did inject."
My objection is just if the witness is reading something that's not correct, it's not admitted to.
I was not a sane person. I did inject the little girl. And then she said, which was important to us, this is not the first time that she admitted it, talking about Genene, admitted it several parole reviews ago, admitted it to Miss Ferguson at Mountain View. So what I did at that point was I wanted to see who this Miss Ferguson was. We identified her as Marcy Ferguson, who did a parole review in 1998. And in 1998, we found in the same records, we found that this would have been the first time that Genene had confessed. And Marcy Ferguson writes, contrary to prior reports and file material, inmate Jones admits she committed the present offenses. She tearfully stated she was sick and claims she feels bad for the victims' families. Based upon that, we, Jay, Larry, and I went and interviewed Marcy Ferguson about the meeting that she had with Genene Jones. And in that interview, Ms. Ferguson told us that yes, she did confess to those crimes and when they talked about it in the normal review. And then she described a situation where Genene was leaving the room, stopped at the door, turned around, and said, I just want to get this on the record. And Ms. Ferguson said, okay, what's going on? And she said, I really did kill those babies, babies plural. And Ms. Ferguson describes at this point she begins to look through the files that they had just been discussing with Rolando Santos and Chelsea McClellan, and she starts kind of thumbing through those as if like, okay, I guess you're talking about this. And Genene said, you won't find them in there, which Ms. Ferguson told us that she understood to mean, I'm not talking about the babies that I've been convicted of. I'm talking about the other ones. And then she told Ms. Ferguson that she didn't want to see this in Texas Monthly. And so at that point, after interviewing Ms. Ferguson, and that interview occurred on November 2nd, 2017.